In this video, we're going to look at how to expand single brackets, like in these three examples here. The main thing to remember as you go through is you've got to take whatever is outside and multiply it by every single term on the inside of the brackets. So for the more difficult example at the bottom, you take this 5x and you multiply it by the x, the 2y and the 7. So if we have a look at our first two examples here, for the first one, we take the x on the outside and we multiply it initially by the x on the inside, which gives us x squared. Next, we take that x on the outside again and we multiply it by 2 to give us 2x, and that one's complete. Next up, we do the exact same for the one at the bottom. So we take this x on the outside and multiply it this time by 3x, which gives us 3x squared. Then we take that x on the outside and multiply it by the minus 7 to give us minus 7x. Now, if we take a look at some slightly harder examples, you can see in these ones there's more than just x on the outside. One of them is 2x, one of them is 5x, but we do the exact same thing. So let's take this 2x, times it by 3x. That gives us 2 times 3 is 6, x times x is x squared. If we do the same thing again, 2x times by 1, it's a nice easy one, plus 2x, and that's all done. And onto another example, we take this 5x, we times it by 2x. This gives us 10x squared. Take this 5x again, times it by minus 4. That gives us a minus 20x. And there we go. Now, what we have here is the same thing, just slightly longer. So let's have a go at this one. We take the 5 and we times it by x. We have 5x. 5 times minus 3 is minus 15. Then we do it all over again. So minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times positive 5 is minus 15. And this can be simplified. So we take the 5x minus the 3x. We have 2x. Minus 15 is minus 30. Now onto another slightly harder example. In this one, we have more than 2 terms on the inside of the bracket. You can see we have 3. And we also have an x times and a y, but we'll get to that bit. So if we start off normally, we take the 5x, times it by the x, to get 5x squared. Then we go on to the next one that's slightly more difficult. We take the 5x and we times it by 2y. Here we have 5 times 2 is 10. And then we have an x and we have an y. Now we take the 5x and we times it by the 7. And we get 35x. And that one's all done. We can't simplify it anymore from there. Well, here we are onto one of the more fun ones. A little bit more complicated because we have an x squared on the outside. So, same as usual, 2x squared times 5x squared, 2 times 5. Nice and easy. X squared times x squared would be x to the power of 4. What we do here is we do the 2 plus the 2 in the powers. Then if we go on to the next one, 2x squared plus 4x is 8. X to the 3, because again, we can treat this as x to the 1 really. We do the 2 plus the 1 to get the 3. Then for the next one, 2x squared times 2, nice and easy, 4x squared. And there's no like terms down here, so this is as simple as we can make. This one is pretty much as difficult as expanding single brackets can get. In the next time, we'll have a look at double brackets, but for now, this is single brackets complete.